Hello and welcome to a special episode of Cosmic.crow.tarot. This is a reading for the fixed air sign of Aquarius. And as you can see, I already have all the cards laid out ready to go, so you don't have to watch me shuffle. We'll start with this position for the first one, second position, third position, fourth position, got a little bit tongue-tied, and finally the bottom of the deck for the fifth position. Before we get to the actual reading though, I'd like to point out the different crystals surrounding these, all connecting to Aquarius. We've got amethyst, angelite, moonstone, apatite, larimar, aquamarine, garnet, and amber. We've got this card here also that connects with Aquarius from the Astrological Oracle deck, and I'll read you what that card says now about Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. The element is air, and the planetary ruler is Uranus, and the motto is, I see. Always on the cutting edge, Aquarius brings vision and imagination to any situation. While usually open-minded, there can be a tendency to be insensitive to others if they are not willing to be avant-garde or eccentric. Aquarius leads the way towards the future, but can be distant and detached in the present. As I said with all of my readings, I think I actually forgot to say this in the Scorpio reading, but it's still the same. Whether your sun is in Aquarius or not, it doesn't matter. You might have your moon in Aquarius, or your rising sign is Aquarius, or even Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Any of them could be in the sign of Aquarius. If you're curious about learning your birth chart or where the different planets are in your personal one, feel free to send me a message, comment under this video, or send me an email, and I'll be happy to help you learn that information. You will need to know the time you were born and the city you were born in order to find out where the houses and certain things are in the rising sign are in your birth chart. Okay, I think that takes care of all the business. Let's get on to your reading, shall we? Oh yeah, there's one more thing. The deck you're seeing before you is the Deviant Moon Tarot. That's the deck that the pendulum chose for you, Aquarius. I'm really happy about that because my rising sign is Aquarius, which is the mask that we show the world, and the Deviant Moon is my favorite deck, so I really love that the pendulum swung wildly for this particular deck. Okay, now on to the reading. The first position is what I asked, where you are presently in your life, Aquarius. And for that, you receive the Five of Pentacles. Now, this is not a popular card to see. It's one of the more negative ones in the tarot. But as it is a minor arcana card, it just shows a temporary aspect of your life. So don't expect this to last forever. But the Five of Pentacles is a card of financial loss. Or perhaps this might just be the thought that you're not as financially secure as you may like. As a 5, it does show change and transformation. So you might have recently lost your job perhaps, or you fear that you're going to lose it, or just not feeling like you have as much money as you might prefer. So we can tell from the illustration though, the character's kind of all alone walking through this city, but at the same time, there's someone watching out for him. That's the thing about the Five of Pentacles. When you feel like you're down on your luck and really not in control, ask for help. You're never having to go through any of this alone. And if you feel like you're just not as financially successful or worrying about money, you don't have to keep these concerns to yourself. You can ask for help, ask for contributions, and try not to let the stress of the situation bring you down too much. As I said, this is a 5, so it shows change and transformation. So think of it as perhaps this loss of the comfortability or the safety that you had is an opportunity for new growth to come. Aquarius is considered the humanitarian of the zodiac, kind of caring more about the world around them and the ones around them more than themselves. Perhaps this is a message for you, Aquarius, that you're worried about the world in general and the financial and safety and the feeling grounded of everybody. I feel like you take a lot on and you care more like you care about humanity in general, and you want to make the world a better place for everyone. You might be in a rocky place right now, Aquarius, but it's not going to stay that way. As I said, this is the minor arcana, so just believe this is a temporary setback and keep moving forward. This might be the change that you need. I asked the second question, which is right here, of where you want to be in your life, Scorpio. And for that, I received the Hermit. Now, the character in this illustration definitely looks very similar to the character in this situation. So, seeing as I mentioned this might be a concern about humanity in general, and taking the whole world on and feeling like you have the whole world on your shoulders, this might be a strong feeling that you want to break away from the world and find yourself alone in a room and really think through all your problems and think about what's important to you. This is the Hermit. It's 9 of the major arcana. So it's definitely an important aspect of your life, Aquarius, finding that alone time to really decide what is important to you personally. If you're feeling that not feeling financially successful right now, then the next step might be to really look within, shine a light on your inner darkness, and decide what's important to you and how you can gain that control back in your life. I feel you might be so worried about other people's problems and situations lately that you haven't really found that time for yourself. And that might be what your inner self and your higher self might be calling you to do right now, is to find that time alone, really sit with your thoughts, and look within to find what's really important to you. The third question I asked was how you can achieve this goal. So since this is the Hermit, we'll say how you can achieve that alone time where you don't feel like you're taking the whole world on and have the whole world's problems on your shoulders. For that, you receive the 3 of Wands. Now, I did say this was my favorite deck, and the 3 of Wands is my personal favorite card of any deck. This is the card of being yourself, of letting your freak flag fly, and just being true to who you are. I feel that Aquarius is the sign of the innovator, the original thinker, just letting that originality shine. So if you want that alone time, perhaps just being your unique self, your weird self, can allow you to find that time for yourself where no one bothers you and you can really think your plans through or think what needs done in order to find that financial success again. As we can tell from the illustration, the character, who's wearing very strange little getup, is connected to these plants in front of them, and they're really deep in thought about what they're going to do next. The 3 of Wands follows the 2 of Wands, which I call the should I stay or should I go card, which shows making a choice. As the answer to how you can achieve that alone time to really connect with your higher self and learn the secrets of your soul, I feel this is a message to make that choice to focus on yourself and not so much worry about what's going on in humanity, but what your personal aspect of it is, what your personal position is, what part you play in the whole big picture. You're the one, that Aquarius, that really is able to see things differently and see the big picture and want to help humanity. But in order to do that, you really have to help yourself learn the secrets of your soul and find the time for yourself. Perhaps stop worrying about what's going on in the world so much and really focus your energy and time on your own life and your own story. Make the choice to look within, push out all the distractions, and really focus on you and how you can be your best self and make yourself happy. The final question, before we get to the bottom of the deck, I asked the message from the universe, from God, your higher self, however you choose to see it. This is the message that the universe has for you. The 6 of Wands. So that's double of the 3 right here. And I feel that's a message of what's possible when you really allow yourself to sit and think about your personal future and what part you play in the entire world's big picture. As we can see from this illustration, the character sitting right here has bloomed out of this flower, and they're coming something more. They've got wings, and it's kind of like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, and they're really being celebrated for what they've achieved. You might be feeling this financial loss or this financial insecurity right now, but that's not how it's going to be forever. I feel you really want that alone time right now too, or your soul is really asking for that alone time to connect with your higher self and look within and decide what you really want to do with your life. You want to find that success, and your guides in the universe say that it's completely possible for you. But first you have to make that choice, like the Three of Wands mentions, to be your unique self and just let that freak flag fly. Don't worry about what other people think or what other people's, well, we have to worry about what other people's problems are a little and care about humanity. That's really important. But in order to help them, we have to really be true to ourselves and decide how we can best help humanity. Six, like the Six of Wands is Six of Wands is labeled is a number of self-reflection. So this kind of connects back to the Hermit and looking within and really deciding where we want to be and who we are. The universe is telling you right now, Aquarius, that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to, and you can find that success that you might be looking for. But first, you've got to take that time to get to know yourself, learn the secrets of your soul, lock yourself in a room and just listen to that inner voice. That's how you really find the success that you're looking for. The final card we'll look at for your reading, Aquarius, is the bottom of the deck. This is the overall message that the universe has to share with you, perhaps a piece of the puzzle that we haven't really looked at. And for that, you receive the Knight of Swords. Now this is the knight that thrives in chaos. As you can tell from the illustration, he's got the very focused, determined, almost angry look on his face, and his horse looks kind of demonic. That's why I love the Deviant Moon Tarot. It's just a different take on the tarot, and it just, I don't know, it speaks to me more than any other deck does. Anyway, the Knight of Swords coming after the page is the second step before you achieve the king status or the queen status, and it's the card of action. Whatever you are working on, however you want to overcome this perhaps financial loss or this fear of financial loss, because as I said, you might not be financially unsuccessful at all. You just might have this fear that you're going to lose it. You've really got to look within and learn the secrets of your soul, like the Hermit suggests that you're wanting right now, and be true to yourself and make the choice to really honor who you are. That's how you'll find the success. The Knight of Swords kind of gives the message of it's not going to be easy. You might learn things about yourself or the world in general that just want to bring you down or want you to feel chaotic and stressed in your life. As I said though, the Knight of Swords is the one that thrives in chaos. So whatever it might be that's causing you stress, or you might learn something that just really doesn't sit well with you, don't let it overwhelm you. Move with it, ride through it, and learn whatever it is that's there to teach you. I feel if anybody knows that the world is a little messed up and there's craziness and not everything is always sunshine and rainbows, I feel if anybody truly understands this, it's you, Aquarius. And you are the one that's able to really make a difference and change the world for the better, because you're really focused on that big humanity aspect. But in order to really find your place in life, you've got to look within. That's with the Hermit and being in the position of where you want to be. I feel that's a really strong message to look within and work through that chaos that might be in your mind to truly find the success that you deserve. The Knight of Swords, as I said, is a card of action. There might be craziness, there might be tumultuous times in front of you, but it's nothing that you can't handle. Just focus on what you want to achieve. Focus on bettering yourself and finding what's truly important to you. Take that sword of knowledge. You're the air suit, so you're the fixed air sign of the zodiac, so the sword, it comes natural to you. It's like it's the sword of truth, and it really, you have control over it, and you use it to better your life and the life of ones around you. I feel your overall message, Aquarius, is to just look within, take that sword, that control of your mind, and that's 2 for 2 now that the dog has barked on. I apologize. But you can see, Aquarius, that you have control over your story. Just stop worrying about everybody else's situations right now and really focus within and decide what's really important to you, and gain control over your personal life to find that success that you deserve. I truly hope you enjoyed this reading, Aquarius, and I want to thank you for your patience and apologize for the slight distractions that go through. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to any thoughts you have. If you want a more personalized reading, feel free to send me a message, an email, or comment under this video, and we can work something out. I want to thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.